Sutter, California. Beautiful out here. It just feels such that lovely country vibe, that great energy. We're here to help a family that equally has beautiful and wonderful energy. We really want to get them some answers. We don't know a lot, as usual, as we come in. We just know that something feels not quite right. The energy doesn't quite fit what they want, what they need. They're feeling a little disconcerted just about being in the space that should be happy, that should be positive, that they want to embrace this home and love this home, and something is not fitting into the equation properly. Initially, a couple of things that I started to pick up on when we came into the space is that two of the occupants have a sort of a layer of either sensitivity or kind of intuition. One of them affected a lot in dreams. The other one just real like goes into a space or goes near people and just kind of knows and feels things and just that good strong gut instinct. I think there might be a little more to meet the eye for both of them in that. Maybe they're not all the way in tune, not all the way plugged into their abilities. So teaching them some management would be good. And we also have a few spirits. I felt 3 spirits, and now I think possibly it could be a 4th, I'm not sure, because I see a gentleman that's walking the perimeter of the whole, like I saw him walking by out here, and like he's going around the whole yard, and the validation from one of the family members is that yes, that would make sense, and so we'll explore what that means, why he feels protective of the land, why he feels like he literally is like monitoring and checking, wandering around and making sure that things are done well, done right. Is very guardian-like, the energy. There is a female in the space. She feels sort of like very doting, very enabling, kind of this energy of just wanting to protect and take care of people as well, but in a different way. Where this guy's like, he's doing guard duty around the land. She's the type to want to like protect and like, I don't know, it's almost like a mother, like say like a mother hen is kind of the vibration that I'm feeling with her. There's some other energy in the space that I haven't quite identified yet, so I'll need to wander around, we'll figure it out, take some meters out, do some stuff like that, and get a better picture for our clients who deserve answers, who deserve to enjoy this space. I believe that between their intuitive ability plus some of the spirits that are here, I think it's sort of causing a perfect storm of energy in the space where it's not, just energy isn't settling. It's like a storm, a literal storm energetically in the home. And we may even get meter readings to validate some of that that I'm feeling initially. There is definitely another female in this home, and I don't quite know who she is, but something walked over there in the hallway into the room there. And that was one of the females that walked into that space, almost like she identifies that that's her space and that right down the hall. So we'll have to figure that one out too. I do feel another male in the space, not the same one that walks the land. There's another male in the space, and I don't quite know who he is. The female's identifying a living male as well, that she's trying to like connect to and express herself to, and I don't know if he's hearing her or feeling or like if he's receiving her messages. Like she's trying to communicate to some other male, and it's like, pay attention, hey, and she's like, just like in life, he wouldn't listen to me. That's an interesting statement, ma'am. So it's fun when the dead talk. So we're just going to validate for this this great family and the cute little fuzzy kitties that we're hopefully going to get on film a lot, because damn it, they're cute. Wendy's going to get a quick clip of Saki there, and you know, we just want them to be happy. You should be happy in your space. This is where you call home. This is supposed to be a sacred space, a place of comfort, a place of, you know, your sanctuary. You should feel comfortable in bed. You shouldn't feel like you're hearing weird sounds all the time. You shouldn't feel like you're seeing strange things, that you feel depressed right when you walk through the threshold of the door. Suddenly you feel like 100 pounds has been put upon your shoulders. That kind of energy is not how you should feel when you walk into your home. So let's take a walkabout. Let's get their space back for them.
Sounds good.
Let's go.
So Mason.
I don't live here anymore.
He used to,
Okay,
in
well, I
that
used to
back room,
live
and
back
that's
in
why
that
it's
room.
all clean. Now it's me and just he's gonna be 6, but only me and him living here now. But
Okay.
he moved out a month and a half ago.
Two months ago.
And is that because you just wanted to, or because you didn't like the energy? Or both?
Both.
It all resonates.
Because
We
you know,
got
I
4
lived here for
generations
18
of
years.
it.
You got 4 generations of people
Yeah, 4
in this
generations
house.
now. That's
Yeah.
why when she hit you guys up, it was like we don't want to do this, but like we really
It was
need
like,
to.
Mom,
so
you
we
gotta
keep it
come here
going.
because the house.
And this
built,
house was
which-
built in 76.
when she was
Okay.
So yours.
We used to run through it as a small child. It was just
The
just
bones.
the bones.
Yep.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
just the 2x4s.
Oh, wow.
You know, and then it got developed. So, and then most of these houses the same way.
That's awesome. It's got a
Yes,
lot
it
of
does.
energy. I mean, the family history is thick. So, yeah, you got a lot of interesting people here too.
Sick.
There's a lot of stuff going on. And it's not all bad. I mean, there's a little heaviness. There's a little sadness from some of the energy. But I feel it's almost more human based. It's almost more human based, like living human based. It's not the dead are only a piece of the equation. They're only one part of it. There's something, what's that? There's been a lot of shift in you and a lot of change in you over the last, they're telling me, 3 to 5 years. There's some massive shifts and changes that you've been going through. Almost, I hear the word escape. So I don't know what that means. I don't know, you either escaped something or something with escapism is an energy, and this was supposed to be like a fresh start.
Yeah.
And so now you're at this point where, okay, I haven't gotten rid of all the pain. Like there's something you still haven't unpacked all your pain.
Yeah.
And so it leaks out into the corners of the space, and it's almost like you haunt yourself. So there's
It's very common.
I do so much of this. I see it much more frequently than, you probably think, oh my God, it's not even your fault. Not your fault at all. You don't even know that you're doing it. You're literally haunting yourself with your pain. And so you mix that with a few dead people, and it's literally like,
Nice cocktail.
it's like ping, ping, ping. It's like,
It's a pump emitter.
Yeah, there you go.
pinball machines.
Pinball.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a pinball machine. But there is one particular energy here that feels a little stubborn and intense and very demanding. And I'm not sure who they are. I think it's a male. I think it's the one that's in the house, not the one outside.
Yeah.
He's just kind of stubborn, but not in a bad way, but just like, oh, I know what I'm talking about. And he's just very like stuffy about things. And so he's in the space a little bit. But the older female just keeps talking about this other male that's not listening to her, and she's very annoyed. So then she comes back and tries to annoy you guys, and comes to your houses and would do little things like, listen, he's not listening, and so she pesters you more, so you'll like listen, and you guys are a little more able to receive. So maybe we can get her message across, and maybe she'll just feel better. She's not trapped. She's not earthbound. She's fine. But
She wants to be listened to.
but she just wants to be heard. We'll try to hear her because she seems like a neat gal, but she's me. So but most of all, she wants people to be happy. I think maybe in life that's probably how she was too. It's just that protective. I just want everyone to feel okay. Do you have enough to eat? Do you have this? Are you comfortable? Are you warm enough? Oh man, she's all
Nurture.
She's coming up to me like, so how are you doing? Okay, do you need that? Oh, it's like, okay, thank you. Very, very doting is the energy I feel. So we'll start here and then we'll just
just work your way through the house clockwise.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Nice hat collection.
Yeah.
Oh, it's weird in here though. It's like I'm at sea.
It is a little wonky.
I feel like I'm swaying at sea. Oh, that's annoying. It's loud in here. It's loud. It's almost as loud as the ocean. I really feel like I'm at sea in this space. That's bizarre. So, I swear, it's the energy of reinvention, like recreating one's self, shedding, lots of shedding. It's a real personal recreation, but it feels almost dizzying in here. I'm curious as to whether we'll find any kind of portally energy or anything sort of open, like an opening in this space, because it's like a lot of energy is being dumped into this space and discharges into the space, and it just feels like, it almost feels electric onto my fingertips, like it feels very electrical and very tingly in this. Yeah, the periscope would be good in this room. A lot of devices will be good in here. Tri-field would probably be good in here. But it's really tingly in this space, and just, it just, lots of emotion, lots of intensity, lots of just, the intense emotion in here is, I get this horrifying sense of just profound loss, feeling so alone, feeling so isolated. I'm alone, very alone. Why? Lots of why. Am I alone? Very emotionally intense.
It's overwhelming.
I'm in the jello. Now I'm in the jello. First I was in the boat, now I'm in the jello. I've gone and landed in jello. It's a very,
Yeah.
I would say some really heavy smudging in here would really help.
It would really
See,
Oh, do you?
I tried.
Oh, good.
Well, I bring an extra layer to that. I
Yeah,
also,
I hope so.
I have sage, cedar, palo santo, sweetgrass, yerba santa, and a few other herbs and other things that I mix together.
Really effective.
I will mace that for smoke detectors, but I will clear the energy in the space because there's a
There's
lot
only
of.
one fire department here. And
I know.
Okay. Well,
Volunteers, so be careful.
he's tall enough. He can reset them hopefully and fan them and. But
Yeah.
it needs to be reset because this is very overwhelming.
It's hard. Very hard.
And I will work. So this is your room
Yeah,
then?
that's why. Yeah. That's,
Okay. I will work on you as well. I have some Reiki ability, so I'm Reiki master, so I'll just work on you. Just put a big old bubble on you and help reboot you as well. So that will be part of the healing process. I'll anoint those crazy kitties. Let's keep moving.
You
Toys.
picked rooms. Dude.
Don't ever step on
Let's guess whose room this is, right?
Oh gosh, yes. Yeah, it's
Don't step on his Legos.
your old sense of cleaning. So
He will be mad if you step on the Legos. If I feel anything energetically here.
Uh-oh.
Chips just fell on the ground.
Oh, it's fine. It's hanging over the fridge. Put it
It is now.
up. The last one who grabbed the chips.
Yeah, not everything is paranormal. Don't worry.
Right?
This is
That's what he was saying. He's like,
That's the thing. Once you start having lots of paranormal activity, then you wonder, is all of it paranormal? And so I can assure you, not all of it is. Some of it is science and physics and
Paranormal captivity.
there's paranormal captivity.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is.
We get a lot of paranormal captivity in my house too. Like, what's that scratching? Oh, yeah, just raw. Is he very stubborn?
I think that's a yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grandma can.
Because like I
Stubborn 6-year-old.
I get this very opinionated. Because some kids are very malleable and they'll just go along, get along, but he's just so. It is my way. I am right. No, you cannot tell me. Oh, he's stubborn. But then he gets all snuggly, and you're like, oh, but you're so cute.
Sour Patch Kid, dude.
Patch Kids, what we call him, sour,
Sour
sweet.
Yeah. That's a good
Yes.
descriptive term. That
Good
makes
analogy.
sense to the energy that I'm feeling because, yeah, it's just like, oh my God, it's like an act of Congress to get him to do something, but
Once you do.
yeah, but at the same time, it's just like there's this cute thankfulness and gratefulness that comes out of him, and you're just like, all right, fine, you know, and it's a very, you know, I was just a quiet, straight up quiet child. I was just very subdued, very neutral. Probably because I was gifted and introverted, and I was just like, just ignore me, I don't exist. Does he notice any of the activity? Does he?
For the most part, I feel like.
Yeah, because I do feel like he probably, especially, well, young kids, they don't have the filter yet, but I get this feeling like he sees somebody standing in his doorway, is kind of a, I don't know if he's ever actually literally complained of that, but I feel like somebody stands in the doorway, and then I feel like somebody comes in and, like, you know, hovers.
He's fond of like the female Siamese because she'll sit either here or on his bed.
Oh, good.
And
So
sit
he's
with
got
him.
he's got
That's
a buddy.
his baby. The
Yeah.
boy,
Got a buddy.
he's not a huge fan of Saki.
No,
But the female cat is
much
a
more.
gargoyle.
Okay.
Call it gargoyle.
Yeah, and cats are very protective.
Oh, yeah.
You get your familiars, you know, you get someone that'll take care of you. And so that's good that he has that connection and that protection. But I also kind of get the feeling that the spirit female of the home offers some protection as well. I think he's a little bit shielded and sheltered from some of the other stuff that's going on, including your energy that you leak out a little bit sometimes. He does get a lot of shelter from his protectors, and that's very sweet. So the older lady is like, but you are doing a good job. Would you stop telling yourself that you're not? I don't know if you've been having a little bit of debate with yourself on this matter, but you are doing fine. Knock it off. You're doing great.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. She's trying to, you know, very, very sweet little lady. Just like, okay, like, it's not easy.
Yeah.
You're doing what you know, very comforting, kind of,
Comforting and encouraging.
you know, encouraging. So that would be accurate to the situation. Okay. Then let's continue to progress. His energy feels stable. He's just a normal.
He's a boy.
He's a normal kid.
Good boy.
I mean,
And he's always right.
he's sensitive, but he's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Normal.
He's very sensitive.
He's tough though. He's only sensitive when people are looking.
Do,
No, I'm just kidding.
do things move in the bathroom?
Not that I've noticed, but I only spend limited time in there.
Because I just feel weird. I feel weird. I almost feel apprehensive about going in there.
Oh.
I don't know why. I feel that way. So I just need to kind of feel.
feel creeped out.
I did move my makeup stuff in my room, so I don't like being in there. But just it gets too warm. It's such a tiny space. Yeah, you feel sweating.
But no, I feel like there's a spirit in here all the time.
Oh.
Not a dark spirit. Just it's a okay energy, but it just is a lot of energy in here.
It's a small space for.
No,
I think I just feel crowded in there. Is what I think I feel.
Yeah.
I just feel crowded. Take a picture of this. This is, I don't know why this speaks to me.
Wait,
The pictures?
No, the glasses.
the aviators.
The
Oh,
glasses, they're speaking to me.
Yeah, I've noticed those as well.
That's interesting. I almost want.
those.
it's interesting.
Do they belong to somebody that's deceased?
No, he's alive, so
He's
he
okay.
just doesn't live here.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, those are all his knickknacks. A lot of the things in the house that wouldn't be
So
my stuff.
maybe that's why they're drawing me to them. The other spirits are drawing me to it, because like they speak to me like they carry quite the vibration. Looks like I'm reliving energy too. It's this energy of denial. He spends a lot of time in denial. Pain, denial, pain, denial. But then there's also this very similar stubbornness of your child is exhibited in the living male. It's like they're like a bigger version and a mini version.
Sounds like you had a beer with him.
You know, and he's just very. He means well, and he's the provider. He's the take care of. I'll give, but also not as cuddly as the female. Not the tender. Let me snuggle you. Let me just take care of things. Let's take care of business type of energy. Does that feel kind of like his vibration to you?
What do you think, Mom?
He's a practical soul.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're yin and yang. That's what they're saying.
Silent provider.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
that's validating. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, you're 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a very interesting vibration. He would never let anybody go hungry. He would never let anybody go without. But it's also like, okay, well, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, he's not the greatest of communicators.
Yeah, not so much. But he means well. He's a nice energy, and a lot of this, the feeling I get, because I can feel some stuff off of his own belongings, but the older female is giving a lot of his secrets away.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
So she's like, let me tell you about this one. She's like, she's like,
Yeah.
we'll dig a little more out of her.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kind of empty space.
Ah,
A lot of abdominal pain in here.
yeah, I just got nailed in the stomach too. I think it's going on
I
now.
feel painful.
Ouch.
Oh, straight in the gut, man. Straight in the freaking gut. And it's just, it like takes your breath away, and right in my chest, all of a sudden I just felt smacked straight in the chest. And oh, it's painful. Oh man, it's intense in here.
It is.
She's okay. You can calm down. The gargoyle I was talking about.
Hello,
There
gargoyle.
She is. Yeah.
Thank you for coming and helping.
Yeah.
I could use the comfort too. Thank you.
Hello, my kitty.
The kitty.
You'll be pet.
You're a comfort. Man, standing over there is just like it's like a heart attack waiting to happen. It's painful.
Right in the chest.
It's intense.
Yeah.
This is so intense in here. I don't know how
How could you
anybody
sleep in here?
could live in this space. Actually, this is horrifying. This is super intense energy. Not that it's like a demon or anything dark and scary. Woo, it's not like that. But damn it, it's intense in here, and it like needs a massive reboot because it just feels like I almost feel like death in the space. I just feel death in the space, and the pain. I'm adding to my bubble right now because it's just cataclysmic. My whole body was just going like, it's like a domino effect, like bing, 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 through my entire body. Just all of a sudden went, I'm like, oh, everything's wrong, all at once.
Full malfunction.
Yeah, and it's but I feel like it's almost like perforating in here. It's like cutting. It's cutting in the belly, and I feel like I've been socked straight in like the sternum right here. I feel volatility. I feel history of arguing, and like really massive volatility between two people. I don't know which set of people this is though. It's like almost a memory in the space. There's a violent volatility. I don't know if it's physical or just verbal.
I hear a lot of yelling.
But it's explosive. The space is explosive. And physically it's just overwhelming because the memories of like the ailments, I can't breathe. I cannot breathe in this room.
Yeah, it's
I have no air in this space. And yeah, and this needs a reboot. This one needs a reboot. And it's not that it's not fixable, but holy macaroni. What? This is different. I don't know how to even quantify this space. The space feels empty.
That is weird.
This space feels like an absence of anything.
A void.
It's totally different in this room. Like nothing's in here.
Interesting.
It's a complete void. It's completely void of any energy in there. It's really weird.
Thank you.
My kitty.
Meow.
Oh,
I hear purring.
I love that purr.
Yeah.
All my clothes are in there because they're
I see that. And if you store things in a haunted space, you can get like a residual on the items, including clothes.
winter
Yeah.
stuff, so I don't have to worry about that.
We're gonna bless every space, in the home, so, it'll all get the love, it'll all get the reboot. I swear to God, if someone didn't die in this room, they were very near death in this room.
The room or the closet?
The room.
Okay.
yeah.
That's what it feels like to me. It's either death or near death in the space.
Very, very, very.
Does that resonate to...
Death
What?
or near death in here?
It feels like no, in the room. I just feel like
room.
somebody was just really, really sick in this space, like not well in the
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Well, this is where grandma did a lot of her
Oh,
drugs and things like that that led her to probably
Eventually
what
led to
happened.
There's a
It wore on her. It
here
was
just for the
Yeah.
it's a lot of
for
stress
the
and
photography.
anxiety and overconsumption of things over time, I feel like.
Okay.
That's one thing that I would always think about when I was in here.
Oh.
So like, I
Because
don't know.
it's pretty heavy energy.
No, it is. It's
Tell us anything.
no,
Yeah,
very close.
just the sadness and the pain and the physical stuff in here. It's really, 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 really thick. It's like you cut it with
It's
a
not a
knife.
coping mechanism.
Yeah, it will, because I keep hearing the word enabler, and so that's just the vibration I get in this space. So whether she was an enabler or she was being enabled or both, there's just a lot of I feel enabler is the word that I feel. But the energy in here is so heavy and so
It needs to go.
it's. She wanted to take care of people. She's doing a better job of it now.
Yeah.
Sick.
You
Thanks. We're not grandma.
know, obviously she had some trouble before, but it's just as enabling and wanting to, maybe her need to like feed and do a lot of things, like try to tend to people might have been a compensation mechanism, like to, please don't be mad at me because I'll take care of, like, I don't know, it was like a back and forth, it was a very back and forth energy, but,
Hard it is not to say
Yeah.
something right now. Oh, it's
Ah,
really
yeah.
hard because.
well,
Yeah.
does that
So
resonate?
I'm the daughter. I know exactly what you're saying. Everything you're saying.
And that resonates for you?
Everything you're saying it does.
Okay, cool.
That's perfect. That's don't worry. You can unload shortly. You can, as soon as we're done with the walkthrough, you can unload everything.
I'm old too, so I know exactly what's going on.
You know, and it's just this. I wonder then if the living male and this female didn't argue a lot. Because it does feel cataclysmic. It just feels.
I hear yelling.
It just feels like chaos energetically. Maybe just inner chaos. And that belly is still like I feel like I'm being stabbed straight here, like it's right in here. It just hurts like hell, like fire right in this area. And I will feel living energy, dead energy, and also ancestral energy. So, you know, sometimes I'll pick up people from generations back, and that gets really annoying. Then you have to start digging in the family tree.
Right.
I'm like, oh, you know. I think what would be best, although since I've marinated in this energy and it feels like I want to die, I'd like to move to another space.
Yep.
All right, so before you move, am I standing in something, or is there something on my right leg, lower right leg?
You're standing in the middle of an energy fluctuation.
I kind of thought I was standing in a portal. Okay, that explains that. We're gonna fix that. I was feeling it on my right leg.
It is interesting.
Ooh.
Kitchen.
My ears ring in here. That's weird.
Hold on a little bit, yeah.
No, this is
It is ringy in here.
it's very ringy. It's very ringy in here. I feel a little off balance in here. A little sloshy. I feel a little sloshy in this space. I feel wobbly.
Second place in this house, you felt like that.
Yeah, this is a different slosh than the bedroom. This is
Okay.
like I'm running into crap, sloshy, feeling like not quite balanced. I feel like an equilibrium issue in here.
Okay.
Like you got vertigo.
little vertigo-y or a little drunk. I mean,
Yeah.
either.
It could be either or.
Okay, or I could feel both. Yeah, I mean.
vertigo when we drink.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm getting all of it. Right on. I get all of it. It's okay.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
That's awesome.
I feel. I want to like see if I can feel the energy of the past because I feel like. Would you be careful?
It's like keep kicking over empty Tahoe Blue bottles.
Just waiting to get taken to recycle, I swear. It's 2 months.
Got a party.
Hey, you support Tahoe Blue. That's
Yeah,
all,
that's
that's all
okay.
that matters. Okay, so what am I feeling? Ew, split pea soup. I do not want split pea.
So we're up to product placement in our videos now, are we?
Well, let's just get them all out of the way. Let's see. There's Matthew's Mattress, Tahoe Blue, Hanford Sand and Gravel. Let's just go through it. Tech to you.
Oh, never forget my check to you.
That's it.
Let's just get them all out right now.
This segment of Spirit is brought to you by.
Almost. And most of all, thanks to Rad Radio and the Rad Podcast.
Of course.
Film the Tumblr.
Oh, yes.
Gotta get it.
Yeah.
Awesome. We have a couple of our own.
Yeah, we do. We got tumblers too. We do love Rad for dragging us into lots of maggots' homes to
Seriously, right?
to help.
That was eloquently put.
No, it's a true blessing to be able to help people. But it's very
It is.
it's a very unique experience. Man, it feels weird in here. I feel like this charge. It's a weird charge in this space. It's a very weird vibration.
It's original stove, isn't it?
That's 70s right there for sure.
Appliances you feel this from, this tingling.
That's cool that it's still working.
I thought I saw like a pecan pie of some kind or something. Like I saw some sort of
Pie?
brown. It looked brown on top, so I don't know what it is. Maybe they just burnt the pie. It looked like a pecan type of pie or something with like that kind of coloration to it. But yeah, and then the damn soup.
Yes.
Is that a living person's thing or a dead person's thing?
That's one of her favorite soups.
Oh, well,
Yeah, sorry,
it looks weird.
Yeah.
It tastes okay.
You have to get past
Acquired
the. You have to get past.
But
the
I don't
color
remember my
and
mom
texture.
ever making split pea soup.
So and I pick up on the living just as well as I do the dead. So.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, shoot that all day.
Oh yeah, see they both like it.
Yeah, shoot that all day.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Split piece of
Good catch.
Well, we're in the military, we don't really know good food.
Oh, all right.
That's why we both know how to cook.
Yeah. Well, that's very validating. Thank you. I'm glad that I picked up on something relevant. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Now, like, and it's like now I'm seeing strudel. Maybe I'm just like should get the hell out.
You may be hungry, I don't
Making me
know.
hungry.
I guess we should probably look at the yard.
Okay.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Good sized yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a strange cat right there.
Ah.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were.
His name's Swiffer. Yeah, be careful stepping right here. There's a septic hole.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Thank
Just to
you.
let you know. Yeah. It's Grandpa for you.
A pomegranate. Booyah. Huh. Well, that's very interesting. This is weird.
What's going on here?
I don't know.
Feels weird.
I'm a little confused right now.
Feels really weird right here.
Something's up from over there. Or maybe it's like back there. It's something over here. It's a little different.
It is.
There's an energetic. I surely do not feel alone.
True that.
Something buried out here?
Maybe animals.
Okay.
It was like, yeah. Well, Bubba's over there.
Yeah.
But as of here, this was just the
That's
garden.
possible.
It used to be a really flourishing garden. Not anymore, but you know,
Try
it's a lot
again.
better than it did.
Weird. Just very intense. But something like comes from over this way.
Over that way. Under the TV. Under the TV.
Yeah, you should go.
You should walk over there.
Grandma smoking pot.
This is like, you know what it reminds me of? This is going to be a funny statement. It reminds me of the Winchester house, Mystery House,
Yeah.
is what I feel about it. And it feels like the seance room in the Winchester house, but not dark, but it just feels like collective energy. It feels like that collected energy that reminds me of that vibration there. It's reminiscent, like it's what I can liken it to the closest. I don't know, it's not... I also feel a sense of loneliness in the space as well. I also feel a vibration of loneliness. Feeling alone. Sitting out here and being very isolated and alone.
Yeah.
That was a funny sensation. There's a weird isolated feeling that's a purposeful isolation in that space.
Healthy? Or meow?
Lost that way.
Because it
has something going on as well.
Where's my phone?
Morgan, Texas.
Yeah.
The old shed.
I feel weird pains, a lot of weird physical pain. I feel like also I feel stabbed in like the arm. I feel stabbed in the leg. I feel a lot of sharp prickly pain, like prickle. It feels like a almost a painful electrical feeling. Is the what I'll get is I get more empathic impressions. Not necessarily like exact. Sometimes I get exact memories, but sometimes I just feel energy of a space. And right now I just feel prickly. I feel really prickly.
Be careful.
My heart races in here. The closer I get to it, the
I can feel it too. It's
faster
just
my heart is going.
gives you heart flippers.
Speaking of which, I'll just
Your watch yelling at you.
I'm gonna test my heart rate and see how bad I am.
Science.
Might as well do tests and see how bad.
Oh, my battery's draining rather rapidly as well.
109,
That's a little bit high. Don't be doing that.
111.
Good.
Yeah, that's a heart flipper area.
Yeah, it's literally.
Me too, and I'm standing far away from it.
Yeah, that's an intensity.
Yeah, that's not good.
I don't know why I feel it. It's. I feel nervous with it. But I also feel a creative vibration, a very creative energy, a creative mind. I feel a very creative mind, but a lonely creative mind is what I feel. Getting all this pain.
Man, the heart.
All the way through this upper chest, right in here. I feel a lot of pain up right and through here. And just sharp pains throughout the entire body. It's like a cascading electrical storm through the body.
It was a long time ago, wasn't it?
118.
Yeah, that's. I mean.
I think I'll just go walk over here.
Yeah, get out of the heart.
I actually like right here better.
It's less heavy on this side.
I like it over here better.
Yeah.
I don't know why I would feel that way. I just simply do.
Must be the tetherball.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's got to be. Tetherball makes everything better.
Nice childhood memory.
The energy of the tree I like better.
It doesn't hurt your heart as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Less stressful right here.
That man, I keep seeing that man walk around all the way. Takes this perimeter. There's that old, like slightly older man, not ancient, but 60s, 70s maybe, is what he's showing me. And he just loops.
He's like doing patrols.
And loops. I'm going to protect everyone. I'm going to check everyone. I'm going to guard everyone. I'm very guarding energy.
Home security.
Yeah. From the other side.
See through. Home security.
See through home security.
Wouldn't that startle a burglar?
Oh,
Spectre, Spectre safety.
This man actually seems to have some kind of actual background in some sort of protective service of some kind, I think. I don't know if it's like security or law enforcement or
He's a sheriff.
military, but he almost feels obligated to protect things and still does.
He monitors.
Yeah. Does that sound like anybody that you know, or that anybody would be associated with the land?
Not the land.
No.
I mean, Eldon served, but
Well, I was just thinking about as a child, there was other things around here.
Yeah, and it could be you have a collective of protectors. I see somebody doing literal patrols around the perimeter of the yard.
So I have a grandfather that lived with us
Oh,
in a
okay.
trailer.
Oh,
So you may be feeling that, I don't know.
okay. Checking everything, checking. Just very meticulous in checking everything and making sure everyone's safe and like the perimeter is secure and just sort of protective energy.
It also could be that.
what,
Be
Eldon?
anything. Yeah.
No, he just feels like a protective guy that just wants to take care of things and make sure everyone's safe.
That's
And
Megan's
maybe him.
girlfriend.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, just
Oh my gosh.
She did the neck thing earlier too.
That's right. Okay.
so if you want to validate who you think it is, I mean, if based on what I felt, because I don't get 100% the
Yeah,
answers. Of
yeah,
course,
of
I get the
course.
abstract. It's like connect the dots or Pictionary with the dead.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah.
Karen.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing.
whole time.
Catch up.
Yeah.
It turns into connect the dots because I just dump all the
Yeah.
information
No,
onto
it's
you
Eldon.
guys.
It's our uncle.
Well,
Her,
Your uncle too.
Great
so
uncle.
she's great
yeah,
uncle.
but
Great
that was
Yeah,
her
great uncle.
godfather, and he'd always vowed to protect. And after he had passed, I had a dream about him before he had passed, and so
Oh, wow.
she called us that it had happened. Yeah, it was nuts.
But you said earlier about the man with
The neck, that's
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
He hung himself.
No, I mean
No.
not here.
Yeah.
But he just,
Yeah, not
So I
here,
felt-
but
I felt
it
super
could be the
restricted.
guilt,
Yeah,
maybe
so
having
he's
him do the
always
perimeter checks and
Yeah.
whatnot.
He's always
because
been all
her
our
and Maddox.
Oh, so he's still protecting. Well, at least he's doing a helpful job. That's really nice. You know, even souls that die very tragically, it takes them a little longer to work through the process and work through the healing and forgiving themselves and doing all that work. But once they do, we still have free will on the other side. They often choose to do something useful and helpful. Why not? You know, he left in kind of a difficult way. Why not come back and help family that might
transition.
Well, he would help. He would definitely help these children because he was very, very close to them. Yeah.
For me, I get all these random things, and I literally just have to chuck it on to you guys because
Well, no, it makes
it's-
sense because he would be more attached to her because he
Okay.
was more of like a man's man. He was a big mechanic and stuff. And with me and my little brother, it was more of like, you fall in the dirt, I don't care. With her, it's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, it was a
checking
girl
that-
thing.
so
yeah.
yeah, that's why
Even
it's the
with me, it
Godfather
was a girl
effect and
thing. I was the
everything.
first grandchild. So,
Okay, that
and the
makes
first
sense.
niece and that kind of thing. So girls,
protect the.
and he didn't have girls. He had only boys. So
Okay.
Oh,
that
so you
explains
were
a
the
lot.
princess.
Yes. We were.
Aw.
Don't tell her too much.
Well, that's very sweet. That's nice
is
that
cool.
he's helping. That's nice that he's helping. I like it. I like it when there's souls that are helping the process, which also means that and based on what I felt in the space, it means that you do have souls that are trying to help alleviate the process. Even with as difficult as the older female's life may have been, it's sort of, let's call it in a polite term, rocky. Her desire now is to help. Her desire now is to be useful and proactive. But I feel that there's some other stuff going on. There's I feel like a downward spiral. I just feel this downward spiral energy in the space. And I'm trying to kind of figure out why it feels that way. This self-doubt, self-loathing, questioning, guilt, shame. A lot of that energy is bled into the space from a lot of different places, and it's just, I think that is probably what needs to be energetically washed out because it's a lot of
Built up stuff.
built up energy. It's like layer upon layer of like different layers of paint, and it's like layer and layer and layer and layer of all these colors of paint that don't go good together, and they sort of have made this like mix of
Bad wallpapering.
Yeah.
Layers of bad wallpaper.
Tear it down.
and it doesn't quite jive and then you're bringing some of your energy into the space, and there's a lot of the word that I hear is questioning. You're just questioning a lot of things about yourself and about your future and what to
Everything.
do, where to go, and why and who and where. Why did this happen? There's a very cyclical energy going on with you that I think is being fed by the toxic history. And it's actually adding to dragging you farther into that pit a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So if we can clear the old energy out and clear you out a little bit, then you can build upon that fresh, clean foundation and start putting layers of pretty wallpaper energetically onto the space.
Your reinventing can be much more successful without that.
Yeah, it'll be a
negative
lot
juju.
more successful venture if you're not so bogged down by the things that you tell yourself and the things that the house tells you. Because it's not a good conversation that's being had right now between yourself and the house and so forth, because the history is loud. Super loud in the space.
Families are loud.
So what I think would be useful is maybe to take 5 seconds, get a little swig of water, reboot our brains a little bit, and then maybe you guys can validate some of the stuff that we picked up, and then we'll do a meter sweep through the house and see if there's both the science and the spiritual reasons for some of what we felt just with our bodies.
Okay.
You know,
Did
is
you
that
guys want to hit the garage though?
sure? Where?
It's a freaking
Well,
mess.
she could just stand up there and she'll probably go, "This is a mess," and let's go. And it's too much energy.
Well, I was
Well,
gonna say,
well, I can
because
look at
the
it.
garage
it's
is a lot of
it's full
garage.
of all the stuff that they left in this house that I had to move. It's
No, I'm happy to look at it. Sure, go ahead and show. I can look at it.
The saddle
They should
fell
hit
and almost
every
killed me.
room.
There's a lot of stuff in here.
I feel sad in here, and I also feel like I feel stabbing pain on the left side of my neck, right here. It feels like I feel like stabby pain right there. It's really, really intense stabbing pain.
This one's hard on the heart
It's
too, as well.
just I feel jabbed right there.
Yeah, this is another heart racing area.
121, that's fine.
Ooh. Don't explode.
Seriously.
Right?
It's okay. I will
No
die.
heart bursters.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, it's hard in here too. Ugh.
I feel really depressed in here. I feel really sad, and I feel a horrible sharp pain in my neck. But I also feel like, again, that energy of escapism. I feel an energy of escapism out here, is what I feel.
Needs a reboot.
And there's actually enough accessibility that I could get a little smudge out here even.
Yeah, absolutely.